Hello, future me, digitally. What's up? Yes, I did burp right there. Dang, I need more water to hydrate. It's good. It's 94 now outside. Inside, it's like 91. Oh, yeah. Um, when I was walking outside, I was a little more energetic and pissed off. And I kind of had my thoughts together a little better about what I wanted to say. So I guess I kind of just got to like build up and a little roll with it more. Um, anyways, um, well, I got like the channel I'm doing right now. I don't know. I started it. I started this maybe a month ago, something like that. And I was hoping that by this time there would be at least a little bit of pickup. I got 5 subscribers, and you know what? That's ass. And a lot of the videos have 0 views. Some of them, a couple have like more than 10. One of them's got more than 50. That is blah. So, this is working crap. Now, until I actually get like paperwork on the filings that I have submitted, I'm not going to really go for what I'm really trying to do, which is, trying to recruit people, which technically under the Articles of Incorporation would be technically employees, even though right now I have no money to pay them. So I guess they would be classified as unpaid interns, maybe. Um, which is just excellent that that is allowed. But, whatever. What do they really got to lose? They don't have a job anyways, so, And the more people I got working for me, even though technically it's kind of with me, um, hopefully the channel grows faster. I mean, that's the theory, but in practicality, um, and honestly, YouTube right now is so fucking saturated. The only thing I talk about, well, not the only thing. The main thing I talk about now is politics because the country is so fucked right now. I mean, turbo style fucked. That that's mainly what I talk about. But I talk about my other thoughts. So, you know, anybody that might watch that, the rando video might be like, this guy is weird and talking about a lot of politics and stuff. I'm not really interested in that. And that's great that you have no interest in the future of your destiny and anything. I understand it, feel that way because, I felt that way for the bulk of my entire life. I just wanted to sit and play video games and smoke weed. And that's all great if that's all you want to do. You do you. Good stuff. Not wanting to have any agency over your destiny. It's cool. Some people would say like, you got to get out there. You got to earn some money. You got to take control on that as well. That means you haven't done the requisite thinking. That means you're just a tool. So go ahead, be a tool. That's good. Cog in the machine and all that. I like your level of your level of cognizance to the situation of reality. But again, you do you. Go out there and look for a job that does not exist. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but the people that are really in the top are, slugging along to make sure as many people as possible, as soon as possible, are obsoleted from the labor market. Every labor market. So, as the blacks say, you be fucked. What the blacks say. What the blacks say. You be fucked. You be fucked. You be fucked. They are coming for your jobs. Why? Because robots and the AI that goes with robots will do your job for a lot cheaper. And same way in China. China, guess what? They want the same thing. They want to automate their own jobs, as much of them as possible, because they know it's going to be cheaper. And on top of that, most of their, 90s, 80s to early 2000s, they were factory hub, making cheapest shit possible, all good. Their parents made money for their kids. They sent their kids to school, high school, college, get educated. Those educated kids did not want to work in the factories. Their parents did not want their kids to work in factories. So now they got a populace that is educated and not only does not want to work in factories, but they got fucking knowledge. You don't educate an entire generation just to go back and fucking sew shirts and fucking shoes and shit. No. Do that so that they can be professionals and research people and all sorts of shit that is not factory laborers. All right? No. No. So, either they do those kind of jobs, or and this is the big or, you got a revolution on your motherfucking hands. I don't give a fuck if you got 1 million, 10 million, or 50 million cops in your secret police army, because you still got 200 million educated kids that are like, where's the job I was promised? And they're all in cities. And guess what, motherfucker? They all know, basically, how to make drones out of the stuff that is in your fucking supermarket. So, what the fuck you gonna do, bitch? And you know who doesn't know how to make a drone out of the shit in your supermarket? Your police. So again, China, what the blacks say, you be fucked. You better find a job for those motherfuckers. Because what I smell cooking? A revolution. Find a job for those people or your party be fucked. They know this. Believe me, they know this. Our government officials know this. The EU officials know this. Everybody in the know knows this. I know this because I have free time and I think. And that's how I know this. Motherfuckers who are stupid and voted for Trump don't know this because they want a job working in a factory and they're dumb and that's why they don't know this. But I know this. So they gotta find a job for this shit. Otherwise, bye-bye CCP. Hello, CC free. Hello, Constitution. Hello, representative democracy. Hello, something that is the biggest, better than America ever in the history of the fucking planet. And it's going to be a better democracy than America's ever had. Now, all of that said, jazz hands, all of that said, this Texas bullshit, let me get on that. Democrats need to come back. They need to come back because this whole shit with the gerrymandering, it ain't gonna work. I don't give a shit how fucked up Trump and his Republican fucking Gestapo goons and blah, whatever they want to do. I don't give a shit how fucked up they make it. Everything is going to backfire in their faces because everything they want to do is going to backfire more and more and more and more and more. Everything is going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. Until someone decides how to fix it. Now I know how to fix it. They, the rich people, just are not going to go for it. Because they like things the way they are. They don't like to cook for themselves. They don't like to sweep. They don't like to do all the things that they need to do in order to live. Shit, I don't like to clean my apartment. That's why it's kind of in this position. But, I do it because I have to. I don't have a girlfriend and wife, and I can't afford a butler. So, I do what I need to do to live. Necessity is the mother of goddamn fuck you. So, whatever. But it's, I live like this because if I have a whole bunch of shit, first of all, I don't want a whole bunch of shit. But if I do, it gets a lot more messy a lot quicker. So, have as little shit as possible and basically you don't need to clean. So there you go. Good. I don't need to clean pretty much ever. And when I do, it's easy. Yeah, there you go. Simple. I solved the problem of I hate doing shit by just not fucking having shit. And like I said, Democrats need to come home because then they can be like, well, we're voting against it. We're on the record. You need to shoot as much video evidence of it as possible. You need to all yell, fuck you, and we hate you, and all that stuff. And then if the Republicans even try to have a vote, I mean, because I think they will just do the gerrymandering shit as of now, because so much time has passed. I don't think they'll even do anything on the flood stuff. They'll probably just do the gerrymandering and go home. Democrats at that point need to be like, what about the flood stuff? We need to do flood relief. We were here to do both. We need to do flood relief. We need to do flood prevention. Stay here, do that. Every Democrat needs to get up and shout, what about flood relief? We're here to do that too. Did you forget? Flood relief, flood relief, flood relief. You need to shout it out and be like, flood relief, flood relief, flood relief. Get it on video. If they won't want to record it in like the text with the stenographer or whatever, but have someone there recording you saying it. Get CNN in there, get YouTubers, get your own personal assistants recording it on video and post it for everyone to see. You know, maybe get, a diehard just Republican from your district. Be like, oh, you hate me? You're a Republican and you hate me. Come with me. I want you to see this. I'm gonna make you an assistant for me temporarily. You're my assistant. Come here. Oh, he can come. He's my assistant. Yeah. He's my new assistant. Come on. Yeah, he can come in. Jethro Tully. Yeah, that's his suit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there we go. He's my assistant. So that dude, that fool, can see for himself, can watch as these motherfuckers do the gerrymandering shit and just walk away. And just fucking walk away and be like, yeah, we don't give a shit about that. We don't give a fuck about flood prevention, flood relief, anything. The Democrats say, we want to do this about flood prevention and flood relief. And all the Republicans voted down. And that dude can go back to his town and say, they just voted it down. They just said no. The Democrats, all the Democrats put this stuff up there. All of them voted for it, and every Republican voted it down. Every fucking one of them. Even the one that represents us voted it down. And he can be the testifier for his small rural town. He can say, they fucked us. They fucked us over. I saw it with my own fucking eyes. I don't give a shit what anyone says. They fucked us. She made me her assistant, and I was in the fucking room, and they fucked us over. Because that dude will be the biggest. He will change everyone's opinion in that small town. Every single one of them. That town will have 98% for either Democrats or independent. 0. You will have 1 or 2 dudes in that town still voting Republican. That's fucking it. That's what you need to do. You do that shit, and you will swing the state. Get creative. Start thinking in different fucking ways, you stupid fucking motherfuckers. Now, again, let's pivot. Pivot. All right. So I got this business thing, this YouTube shit trying to go. And my lease ends in November. In the middle of November, that's when my lease ends. So, you know, what am I going to do? Maybe I'll stay in Texas. I don't know. Maybe I'll do another lease here. Um, if I don't, I'm probably going to go to California, even though the cost of living there is like, according to my calculations, $400 billion for to live in a closet. But I'm gonna fucking try. It's either staying here or going to California because, you know, like LA or just outside LA. Um, my monthly income is like 1,000. I think it's $1,007. But you know what? Fuck it. It's about time for me to just fucking do it and come what may. Because you know what? I don't give a shit anymore. Even if I have to live, you know, fucking with 4 other people. I don't care. I just really don't give a shit anymore. I don't fucking care. I don't wanna. If I have to live with 2 other roommates or 3 other roommates and share a actual collective living space with me just having a shitty bed, then I will do that. And because I don't wanna do this crap anymore. So fine, whatever. So it's either those two, uh, and yeah. And if I stay here, um, one of 2 things. If I stay here, uh, if this YouTube channel does anything good, you know, I start getting subscribers, and you know, I get a few people to start working, like I said, technically for me, but you know, that's just a technicality kind of thing. Um, then you know, it's running a business. If the YouTube thing is just kind of a blah, then I think I'm going to then I really think I'm going to give very, 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 very serious consideration to running for running for either the House of Representatives seat or the Senate seat, because you know we got to burn these Republicans down to the ground. This Republican Party has to go. They got to fucking go, and I mean go. If you think you are one of the good Republicans, then you gotta just not be a Republican anymore. This entire Republican Party has to be dissolved entirely. Run as an independent. They are fucked up. Run as an independent. If you believe you are good, be an independent. All right. Caucus as the man without a country, because these guys are fucked. They've been fucked for a while, and yeah. That's what you got to do. And this MAGA thing is just like, it is the worst and the most extreme example of what they've been. And you know, I don't care if you want to pull out your culture war example or whatever, but the Republicans have not done shit for a person like me, a person in my economic kind of situation, the person double, triple my economic situation. In my entire lifetime, all they've done is said a big fuck you, and why don't you just, you know, keep working and die. Work till you die, work till you die, work till you die. And by the way, keep giving everybody, just give us more money. Give us much money as you can, through the regressive tax system. And, if you don't know what that means, you need to figure it out, because sales tax, DMV fees, all this other shit, the regressive tax is what it is. And paying for groceries, that's a regressive tax. Fixing your car, that's a regressive tax. You don't think it's a regressive tax, but it is. Every daily expense is a regressive tax. Anything you have to buy on a daily basis, that's a regressive tax. You need to start thinking of it as a regressive tax. Because once you do, you understand why rich people are rich. All right? Life itself is a fucking regressive tax. All right? Existence. All right? That's why I say the base level of life needs to be free. All right? Food, shelter, clothing, electricity, internet, water, free to the end user. All right? Basic amenities, free. All right? To the end user. Not every amenity or luxury or whatever you want to call it. Not everything. But free. Paid for by the collective society. All right? Free to end user. That means me. That means you. That means every person. All right? Free to end user. Once we do that, then fuck it, I don't give a shit. What you have done when you do that is you eliminate the base level of existence. All right? And then I don't give a shit. But again, what I just said, when you make existing painful, just existing cost $50,000 for every person, that means that earning $250,000 a year or higher means your kids start out 2 inches away from the finish line. And it means that earning $60,000, yeah, that's great. You can give your kids a little bit of a head start, but everyone that earns less than $50,000 a year, you are fucked. All right? And maybe in a democratic society, there's help for everyone at the 50,000 and lower. That's true. We get to fight for that. But anyone who says those people are moochers, I think you need to get punched in the balls. You need, a good ball punch. That'll take you back to reality. Maybe. Or at least you'll feel some pain, and that'll make you feel better. That'll make me feel better. Call that my pain tax. Yeah. So, even things out by making existence free. Existence is free to the end user. And, after that, there you go. and do it whatever the hell you want with the other stuff. A lot of people will be like, that's communism. I don't give a shit what you call it. Call it blogtardism. Fliegenflugenflurganism. There you go. That's a good word for it. I almost give a shit. I call it righteousness. What I call it is I call it divine. That's what I call it. Divine. That's what I call it. I call it fucking divine. All right? And you all motherfuckers believe in Jesus. Well, there you go. I mean, it's as simple as that. Do you fucking believe in Jesus? Or, do you just like the theory of Jesus and not the practice? Because it seems like a lot of you just believe in the theory and not the practice. And you, especially a lot of you, like to hold up the totem, all right, the idol of Jesus, and then be like, oh, it's not convenient for me anymore. Fuck that. Yeah, I don't need that shit anymore. That is what you do. And I thought idolatry was not something you're supposed to do, but whatever. What do I know? I'm not a believer. So, I don't really, know what all of you are supposed to do according to your, your creed. Is that what it's called? I don't know. So there you go. There you have it. There's my collection of rant. All of you can have it. You can dissect it, pick it apart if you want, or you can accept it, take it in, think about it, and whatever. I don't care. Obviously, I do care, but I hope that if 1 million people see it, maybe 50 will take this to heart. That's all that I need. Just 50 of you. That's it. So everybody, have a good boobs day.